Americans are downright, hands down, the fattest people on the planet. That includes each and every one of us. We're all Americans, right? Now, my major is athletic training, which includes fitness and eating healthy. So, therefore, I am very passionate about this subject, as well as thoroughly research in this field. My first objective today is to present how big of a problem we are facing when it comes to obesity. And then next, I will present you with a viable solution. And lastly, I will help you get involved and make this solution part of America today. Now, as I said, Americans, obesity is a problem here in the United States. MD David Mark published an article in JAMA in 2005 stating that about every year, 300,000 deaths in the United States can be attributed to obesity. 300,000. That means related to heart disease, stroke, many types of cancer, diabetes, smokers, and even non-smokers. CNN's Jack Cattery reported that as of October 2011, 1/3 of adults and 1/5 of children in America are obese. 1/3 of adults. That means 1 out of every 3 of us in this room could be part of that statistic. Now that you can see how big of a problem we truly do have on our hands, let's talk about a solution. The country of Denmark has invented this thing called a fat tax, which Jack Cattery of CNN also thoroughly covers in the piece that I previously mentioned. A fat tax is simply raising taxes on unhealthy foods, not taxing people who are overweight, unhealthy, or obese, which is what I originally thought when I first heard the term. Now, Denmark decided to focus on foods that were high in saturated fats. So those greasy cheeseburgers that we all love, and pizza, things containing butter, etc. They decided to raise a tax to about $3 for every 2 pounds of saturated fat. Then they decided that wasn't enough, so they were going to take it to the next level and include soda and sweets and even trans fat. So they raised the taxes on sweets about 25%, which is kind of a big number, but 25%. That includes soda and sweets such as ice cream and chocolate and candy, all the stuff that we're enjoying today on Halloween. And then for trans fat, they decided that anything that contained more than 2% trans fat was going to be illegal. Now, these laws and legislation in Denmark have been proven to work. Look at the Danish population. Less than 10% of them are obese. MD Tiago Villanova with CMAJ reports that other countries are beginning to follow this and raise taxes in hopes of having the same results. Hungary and France have both decided to raise taxes on their unhealthy foods, and London is currently looking at doing the same. Now, while I'm surveying the class, I realized not everybody's in favor of this, which could be said about the United States population as well. Not everybody wants to do something about this. And PhD Michael Jacobson published an article in the American Journal of Public Health proving this to be true. More specifically, farmers are among these people that do not want to pass these laws, specifically because it is raising the cost of their milk, their bacon, and their specialty cheeses, resulting in a loss of sales for them, as Copenhagen reported in The Economist. Now, some people have brought up the question of, are we valuing our economy over health? And that could be true. If we value the economy over our health, then these rising diseases and deaths and medical bills due to this obesity are just going to continue to rise. Now, even if we do vote in favor of these fat taxes, the question will be presented, where's this extra tax money going to go? Good question. The idea is to use the extra tax money to subsidize the cost of healthy foods, meaning promoting eating healthy. So that would be like taking the Oreos that we have, not healthy food, and then our apple, which is supposed to represent our healthy food. And then if you take the tax on this and then the cost on that, your coins are going to represent the money. So if you take the cost, and if you raise the tax on these unhealthy foods, then it will lower the cost of these healthy foods. Another example would be, say, the McDonald's dollar menu. Instead of getting one of those greasy things of fries or a cheeseburger, you can get, say, a fruit salad or a leafy green Caesar salad, something that is more healthy and beneficial. Now that we know a solution to this problem of obesity, how can we get involved and how can we make this work? We can start at the basic level by spreading the word, just simply telling people about this fat tax. And while in doing so, clarify the definition so people such as myself don't get the wrong perceptions. And then you can also take this full beneficial model and show them how it's going to become full circle and help us all be healthier. If you want to take it to the next step, you can go to your legislation and help try and pass a law with this fat tax. So you can go talk to your city officials and maybe your mayor or someone here, even in Lawrence. And then once it comes time to pass this legislation, go vote and take your peers. Get everyone involved and then utilize the benefits of this fat tax that you will receive. So, that being said, you can all make a difference in this, and I am encouraging you to all do that as well. Today we've talked about the problem at hand, obesity. We talked about how fat tax is proven to help reduce this problem, and then we've also talked about how you can get involved in making this fat tax an actual thing. I believe we can all make a difference. Thank you all for listening. Let's go be healthy.